All right, now let's get to some of your thoughts on our big story from last night about Pearl Patrol. It's a new outreach team made up of volunteers who live in the Pearl District to help those suffering on the streets. Now, those I talked to say it's in response to neighborhood frustration over a lack of resources and slow response from the city.
We want to be able to walk on the streets and feel safe, and we want to see these people taken care of.
All right, several of you agree with a viewer named Chuck who wrote to us, "I support volunteer efforts to address various needs that the government can't address sufficiently. Public service announcements should encourage volunteerism." And Michael wrote, regarding Pearl Patrol, Mother Teresa said small things done with great love change the world. Now, when I asked Mayor Keith Wilson's office about this effort, a spokesperson told me the mayor would hold off on commenting at this time. Well, that didn't sit right with a viewer named Eric, who wrote, "The response from the mayor's office is extremely disappointing. Why would he not strongly support a neighborhood stepping up to improve conditions that the city is failing to improve? It just shows it's business as usual in the city, and this is why many people are leaving." Okay, despite the support, I spoke with a homeless woman yesterday. She's addicted to fentanyl, who questions whether or not the neighborhood patrol will actually make a difference.
And now there's people out here on fentanyl and God knows what else because everybody's mixing shit up and creating more problems. And they want to bring in volunteers to help with it? Come on.
All right, that skepticism rang true to this viewer who wrote, "So for about maybe an hour every day, the neighbors pass out leaflets. The leaflets show them where to take their troubled bodies elsewhere. They don't want a homeless shelter where they live. Why is this story on TV? The Pearl is NIMBY at its worst sense." And we will end on this from Marvin, who wrote on our YouTube page, "Good intentions, but most homeless drug addicts don't want help. Keith Wilson was foolish to think an overnight low-barrier shelter in the Pearl would work. He either ignored advice or didn't get any."